Have you ever climbed a mountain in the dark, in the rain, with absolutely no idea what's waiting for you at the top? That was me. 2 a.m., pitch black, freezing cold. And I was about to find out if Jamaica's hardest hike was worth losing sleep over. This is the Blue Mountain Peak hike, and this is not your average walk in the park. Blue Mountain is famous for a lot of things. It's where our world-renowned Blue Mountain coffee comes from. It's the highest point in all of Jamaica. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, packed with biodiversity and endemic species. But the thing that got me here was the promise of that peak sunrise, the kind that makes you forget your legs are tired. I had this on my bucket list for years, and one weekend in June, I finally decided to do it. Fortis Tours led this hike, with our guides Kelvin and Nikoy. Now, before I take you up this mountain with me, do me a favor and tap that like button. It genuinely helps more people find this video, and trust me, you are going to want to see how this hike unfolds. Now back to the journey. We left Kingston around 2 in the afternoon on a Saturday, packed into a minibus, heading toward Mavis Bank in St. Andrew. From there, we hopped into a 4x4 van, because regular vehicles do not do well on these roads.
Jesus!
And we arrived at Whitfield Hall just before 6 in the evening. That's where the real hike begins. The first stretch is called Jacob's Ladder. Kelvin led us on this leg, and it's about 2 miles, but it is steep, relentless, and absolutely brutal on the knees, both going up and coming back down. By the time we reached Portland Gap, where we'd be spending the night, I was exhausted. Portland Gap is the camping area, with a few amenities and places to cook or build a fire. We slept in a big rustic cabin with 3 large rooms, on mattresses that were already there, using sheets we brought from home. There's running water and showers, but the toilets are old school, just a hole, and there's no electricity at all. That means no warm water and no lights. You need a flashlight if you want to survive the night and find your way around in the morning. Now here's something important. There is no food available up there, so whatever you plan to eat, you better bring it yourself. And here's something people don't expect. Blue Mountain is cold, like fall in New York cold. You need sweats, a real jacket, and honestly gloves if you've got them, because once that sun goes down, the temperature drops fast. At 2 a.m. the next day, while most sensible people were sound asleep, Nikoy led us in some stretching before we set off for the peak. This next stretch is 3.5 miles, and the incline is steep, though not quite as savage as Jacob's Ladder. And just as we set off, it started to rain. I have never hiked at night, in the rain, up the side of a mountain, with nothing but a flashlight beam cutting through the dark. But here's the thing, even in that moment, soaked and a little nervous, I looked up and saw the lights of distant towns twinkling below us, a strawberry moon glowing in the distance. Uncomfortable and amazed at the very same time, we pushed through step by step and arrived at the peak around 5:15 in the morning, tired, wet, cold, and honestly questioning some of my life choices. But we made it just in time to get ready for the sunrise at 5:30, and then it happened. The sky started to shift. Soft gold light spread across the clouds. After hours of climbing in the dark, we witnessed a magnificent sunrise playing peekaboo with the clouds. This hike is rated a 10 out of 10 on the difficulty scale, and it's generally considered the hardest hike in Jamaica. I've heard real stories of people who started this trail and had to turn back because their bodies just couldn't handle it. This is not for beginners, and it's not for anyone who isn't reasonably active and fit. Come prepared or don't come at all. As for me, I am so glad I crossed this one off my bucket list. I got to witness that famous Blue Mountain Peak sunrise with my own eyes. But do I have plans to do it again? No. Some adventures you do once, you cherish forever, and you let that be enough.